Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be building the best limited lineup for week 1 of season 2 in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 8,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, generally multiple videos a day, especially on content days like today. And I would really appreciate your support if you haven't already, if you do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it and let's check out the limited rules first. So, limited rules: you can use 2 amethysts, everybody else must be a ruby or lower, no free agent cards are allowed as always, and then you have to have 10 NBA Series 1 2023 cards in your lineup, which are the cards that you could get from the token market last season. I assume they're still in the token market if you haven't completed the Series 1 players yet, but I've completed them, so they're not in my token market anymore. But with that being said, that limits you because that means you have to have a whole bench of 8 Series 1 cards, and then you actually have to start 2 Series 1 cards as well in your lineup, in your 13-man team, which only gives you 3 players that you can actually choose to use that are not Series 1 players. But with that being said, I do think we have actually built ourselves a really solid squad, and I'm excited to show you all that squad and see what we could do with this limited team. So I will admit, these limited lineups are pretty similar to each other week after week, it seems like, because the limited rule sets don't change that much. Off your bench, I'm just going to throw in like random players. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, very much in terms of actually who you use, as long as they are Series 1 players. And for me personally, I don't really care because I don't really use my bench. If you want to throw in specific players and be intentional and use rubies for Series 1 players, go for it. You can use guys like Ruby Devin Booker, Ruby whatever point guard you want to use, Ruby Jason Tatum off the bench. I mean, there's a lot of rubies that you can use that are probably going to be better, but I don't really care, to be completely honest, because I am not really trying that hard to use my bench. Like, I pretty much in limited use my starting lineup, and generally you get quits by about halftime if you have yourself a good lineup and you're a solid player. It's not particularly hard to accomplish limited, so I'm just going to throw a bunch of gold cards at the end of my bench, or off my bench, I should say, gold Series 1 players, to make sure that fills up 8 of those spots. And then at the 3 spots, or the 2 spots at the starting lineup, we actually have to be intentional with which series players that we use. And I will show you all those players here in just a second. But we've got our bench finished. This is 8 Series 1 players right here, which means, like I said, you only need 2 starting. But at the starting point guard position, we are not going to have one of those Series 1 players. We're going to have the starting point guard who's been in literally every single one of these episodes, at least I think, since I started making these limited videos. And that's just because he's so solid as a Ruby PG, and that is obviously starter Ja Morant. So, starter Ja. The thing about Ja, he's got a nice jumper. His jumper is on quick. He's got decent size at PG at 6'3", and he's a really solid offensive card. Can shoot the 3 at a high level, can dunk the ball at a high level, and that is super nice. Does he play much defense? No. If you have Ruby Ja evoed with the defensive upgrade instead of the shooting upgrade, he's going to play a lot more defense, and that is going to help you out as well. And even in that situation, I would still use him. Not going to be as good of a shooter, but a much better defender. Still going to be an elite slasher. He's got capable speed of ball, and acceleration, as well as his lateral quickness being really good. And he's got great all-around badges, at least for a Ruby, with 25 silvers, 11 bronzes, which is a large number of badges, including badges like Limitless, Takeoff, Blinders, Catch and Shoot, Claymore, Corner Specialist, Bailout, Clamp Breaker, Dimer, Handles for Days, Hyperdrive, Quick First Step, and Unpluckable. Also Bronze Posterizer, Agent 3, Guard Up, Slippery Off Ball, Ankle Breaker, Killer Combos, Mismatch Expert. A lot of solid badges on this card for a Ruby player. Now, at the 2, same thing. Not going with a Series 1 player. We're going with Bruce Bowen. I like this Bruce Bowen a ton. I just think he's a great 3-and-D guy. Also has the normal fade, which is the best fade in the game. Him and Ja both have that, which is super nice. 4 shot creation ability, both from the 3-point line and from the mid-range. He's got an 86 3-pointer, and he can dunk the ball a little bit with a 65 driving dunk. Not really much of a ball handler, but he's a very capable defender with an 88 steal, 90 perimeter, and 82 interior defense, which is super nice. Really good versatility there. 83 speed and excel, a 93 lateral quickness as well. So he doesn't have great athleticism, great playmaking, anything like that, but that's not really what he's here for. He's here to play defense and knock down shots, and he's got a very smooth, very good release, and elite defensive stats. Also badges: Hoff Challenger, Gold Blinders, Catch and Shoot, Claymore, Corner Specialist, Gray Machine, Ankle Braces, Chase Down Artist, Clamps, Interceptor, Menace, Off-Ball, has Pick Dodger, and Workhorse, and then Silver Needle Threader and Bronze Glove. Mainly defensive and shooting badges on this Bruce Bowen to help complement what he does best on the court. At the 3, we have to include a Series 1 player. I guess we don't have to include a Series 1 player at the 3. You could use another Ruby if you want, but the Ruby that I'm going to choose to use is going to be a Series 1 player, and that's going to be Kawhi Leonard. I just think Kawhi is so solid. It has been so solid at the small forward position, again, as a 3-and-D guy. 81 3-pointer, 80 driving dunk, can create a tiny bit, but not going to be amazing at that area. But a very good perimeter defender with that 89 perimeter, 80 steal, 74 interior also isn't bad. Doesn't have a lot of speed, but an 89 lateral quickness is really, really good as well. Another pure 3-and-D type of card. 1 gold badge is Menace. 9 silvers include Midi Magician, Ankle Braces, Challenger, Clamps, Glove, Interceptor, and Pick Dodger. Also Bronze Bully, Comeback Kid, Green Machine, Guard Up, and Workhorse. Not a ton of amazing badges on the card, but he's solid all the way around. Has a smooth release. Going to knock down threes, play some defense. That's all you really need him to do. At the 4, we're going to go with our second Amethyst, and that is going to be Series 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo, if I can find him. I don't think I scrolled far enough. Here he is. Series 1 Giannis. I just think Giannis fills the need as an Amethyst and as a Series 1 player really, really well. He's a guy who is not an elite shooter, but can knock down a wide open shot with a 66 three-pointer, especially with the way that shooting is this year. You can really knock that down very consistently. A really good dunker around the rim. Obviously has elite animations offensively and defensively because of his length and his player build. Defensive stats, block and steal, are a bit low, especially the steal rating, but 87 perimeter, 86 interior is really, really good. He's a good defensive rebounder, has great speed for a power forward, and a very versatile defender with that high lateral quickness as well. Obviously with his player build as well, he's super nice. And Giannis, just a really, really good card all the way around. Gold Bully, Gold Fearless Finisher, a bunch of good silver badges like Back Down Punisher, Posterizer, Anchor, Chase Down Artist, Clamps, Menace, Post Lockdown, and Pogo Stick. Also Bronze Drop Stepper, Limitless Takeoff, Masher, Clamp Breaker, Quick First Step, Ankle Braces, Challenger, Glove, Interceptor, Workhorse, Box Out Beast, Rebound Chaser, and Brick Wall. A lot of good badges on him, even if they are on silver and bronze mostly. And Giannis is just a really solid option at that power forward position. And then at center, I don't think this one's a surprise either. We're going through to be Anthony Davis, another Series 1 player. We actually have 11 Series 1 players in this lineup. You could change some things up if you wanted to. Like you could throw in a guy like Tony Kukoc at the at the 4 and LaMarcus Aldridge at the 5 or something like that. Although actually that would only be 9. So no, you couldn't do that. But you could definitely change some things up to make the team more to your liking if you want. But this is really a team that I like a lot because I feel confident that I can at least knock down a wide open 3 with everybody in my starting lineup. And really the starting lineup is the only part that matters. You could throw a bunch of Rubies and Sapphires off the bench, like I said, who are Series 1 players, but I just don't really feel like it right now. So not going to do that. But AD, post game is solid. 65 3-pointer. I know it's really low, but his jumper is smooth, easy to green. I still green wide open with this card very consistently, just like with Giannis. I mean, it really doesn't bother me that the 3-point rating is low. If he's open, he's gonna knock it down. 85 standing dunk, 83 driving dunk is really, really good. 85 block, 86 interior is really good as well. He's got decent speed, especially for a Ruby center with 74 speed and 73 excel. And then that 73 lateral quickness as well complements the 87 strength really well. He's just a really, really solid all-around center with the ability to stretch the floor a little bit. 4 silvers are Back Down Punisher, Vice Grip, and then Anchor's really good, Post Lockdown as well. Bronze Masher, Post Spin Technician, Chase Down Artist, Pogo Stick, Box Out Beast, and Brick Wall. Got himself a lot of solid defensive badges on silver and bronze. That's really all I need him to do. He'll knock down his wide open shots, dunk the ball decently. And this is the limited team for this week, the team that I decided to build for my team limited. I honestly like this team a lot. I think it's very, very solid. I think I got floor spacing. I think I got defense. I think I got slashers, especially with Ja and Giannis. Ja can be my playmaker. I just think that the starting lineup on a week-to-week basis can give you a lot of success in limited, win you the vast majority of your games. And this is the team that I'll be running with this week to get my rings. So hopefully y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.